Hello everyone. So today we are going to implement a system to make the character bend their body when it turns. So as you can see here, the character actually turns from the body when they want to turn and go to a different direction. So yeah, this is the part I'm going to do today. So this will help us to make the character movement look more organic. So this is not actually blending between different animation. This is done in a procedural way. I only have the forward working animations, and this turning behavior is achieved by modifying the character animation in the runtime. Alright, so let's see how to do that. And this episode is sponsored by this generous patron. Thank you very much for your support. Right, so at the moment this character works like this, and if I turn to this side, you can see the character is actually sliding on the ground. It doesn't look realistic at all. So I want to fix that problem. So for this let's take a look at the way the movement works in here. Let me open the script. And so what I'm planning to do is, instead of trying to move the character, moving the character along the direction looked at by the camera, I'm gonna make it follow the forward direction of the character, and then I'm trying to bend the character using bones to turn into that direction it wants to go. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, here is the move. I think we use it here, third person user controls, M move, and this move direction is given by this M move. And how do we calculate this? Yeah, using this cam forward and cam right. Okay, now let's change this a little. So yeah, we get move here. And how do we actually move the character? Maybe using the same forward amount, and let's check the actually we were using the third person character template, and therefore the movement is happening through this on animator move function. So if I have disabled if I disable this animator, so with that animator it works even though it has nothing to do with this character. If I disable this animator, it doesn't work. See, character is not moving. So how do we what if I right, so let's try, instead of using this animator for which is intended for this Ethan character in the default in the standard asset third person character. Let's try this. For this animator, this is how we assign it. I'll comment that out and I'll make this one public. And then here I'll assign we have this animator now, and we have an animator component here for this deer character. Let's assign that and see if the movement works. No, it's not working. Okay, right, that's okay. We are not going to use any root motion based movement for now, so let's do something like this. Let me collapse so let's define a new function like this. Void move character, and where should we call this? Oh no, actually, do we have an update? Right, we don't have update. Okay, so let's implement void update method sorry. Sorry, we should define it inside like this. Okay, now here let's rigid body velocity equals we have set under move, we have this move vector. Let's see, is it a public one? Yeah. Where did we implement this? Sorry, here. Okay, so then right, let's use this forward amount and turn amount. So how should we use this? Well, no, let's just create a new vector 3. This is wrong, but I just want to see some movement. Forward amount, turn amount, zero, because we don't need any vertical movement, right? Okay, now the character actually moves, but it doesn't really consider the direction I am looking at. Alright, also let's print this the values we get for the forward amount and for the turn amount. FWD turn amount. So we can have a better idea on how to move the character. Right. Okay, great. Now that we know this part, so now the initial plan, my initial plan is to move the character along the direction he's facing. Then if I want to turn, I should turn the character body, so then the direction he's facing will be to the left or right based on the inputs, so the character will move that way. Okay, so right, for this I'll use the character's head facing direction. As the head, right, this. So we need a reference to the head. So I'll create another reference, public transform head. And I'll define this direction using the head. So like this, head. No, let's create a new variable, movement equals head dot transform forward. Actually, I don't need the transform part because this is already a transform component. Right, then I'm gonna give movement like this. So now the character will be, oh, we don't really need this now, only movement would be enough. Now the character will be constantly moving towards the direction the character is facing. Let's check. First we need to assign the head. Right, the forward is that way. Okay, so we have a problem. The character's head transforms forward is like this blue arrow. So let's add a new empty object. I'll call it forward, and let's rotate it 90 degrees. Oh, where can I change to local? Right here, this is global. If I set to local, okay, then it's not 90 here. Let's try this. Right, now it's correct. Now instead of the head, maybe we should rename this. Let's call it facing direction. Let's use this forward. Now we should move forward like that. Okay. Now it turns to right. I'll disable comment. Now where do we call this? Comment out this part because I don't need the character to rotate. Actually we do need, but not yet. No, let's keep that and let's reduce the turn speed. We should be able to change that here. Yeah, let's try something like 30. Wait, I think I didn't save this. Right, that's much better. Okay, so now we need a way to actually bend, turn the character using his body. So how can we do that? Right, actually for that we can use this turn amount and forward amount. So yeah, to re-enable the, to make it only move when I press any of the movement keys, let's use M forward amount plus M turn amount. Now it will not move always. It will move only when I press a movement key. Okay, here we have a collider problem. Right, anyway, let's continue. Okay, now for this we need to work in the animation script. Right, so here let's define another function to turn the body. Turn body. Now here, okay, for this we need actually which bone we should use to turn. I think we should use yeah, the spine one. Right, so I'll add public transform t spine. And here in the turn body, t spine local Euler angles equals t spine local Euler angles plus new vector 3 so we only need the turn into for this. So let's test this with some sample values. I just want to see if we can bend the character this way. Turn body, then we can use the actual values. Right, for T spine use this stack spine. So if it is working, character should have a bend. Okay, and that's not the axis. Right, that's the axis. See, the character is turning. So this is the axis we should change using the turn amount, but the turn amount is here in third person character. Do we have a reference to third person character? No. Okay, so let's create a reference. Public third person can't we use this? Maybe we have to use this standard assets namespace. Let's see. Let's call it third person character script. Oh, right. So when I add this using Unity standard assets characters, it works fine. I can use it like this. Now let's just use it ch. Oh. Oh no. Okay, we can't use it this way. Well, I don't know, I can't use it here, but then again I try to use it like this and now it is working. So right, anyway, that's fine. We got what we wanted. Here we can use let's multiply this now. Instead of 30, let's say 45, and multiply it by character. Oh, turn amount is not public. Yeah, okay, let's create a getter for this. Public float get turn amount, return turn amount. All right, now let's see. Oh, we need to assign the reference here. The character reference like this. There is a problem. Let's define a new vector. Vector 3 return. Here let's define it, new vector 3 0 30 multiplied by character dot get turn amount 0 and add return. Now we had a problem here. I think this should be negative. Let's see. Yeah, now you can see the character is bending. But the movement is very slow. And also it's sudden. We need to do something about that. So what can we do? Right, let's define a global variable here. Not global, a variable in the class like this, private float turn amount. Let's call it body turn amount. By default it would be 0. And then let's get rid of this. So here I'll use body turn amount, and let's set the body turn amount like this. Body turn amount equals, let's use the love math love no between the current one body turn amount and the other one character dot turn amount with delta time multiplied by 10. Not sure, let's see. Also we need to multiply this by 30. And this whole thing should be now let's check how it looks. Yeah, we got some problem initially. Let's check again. See, some sudden change. Okay, let's set this to 1. No, we have some error. Alright, I think we have to clamp this value. Minus 30. First one is minimum or maximum. Yeah, first one is the value, then min, then max. Okay, minimum is minus 30, maximum is plus 30. Right, let's check now. Okay, now why does the character stay bent? Let's print the value we get for the body turn amount as well. right, it's 0 and suddenly minus 30 and not changing after that. Why is that? Let me reorder this. So this is without the clamping part. Now let's see what other values we get here. Okay. Now let's add the multiplier. I think multiplier should go here. Let's see. Yeah, now it is correct. Okay, so that's the problem. It should be multiplied with minus 30. And here time dot delta time. Okay. Okay, this turning speed is still too much. Alright, the problem is this is stationary turn speed. This should be fine. Let's see. One more thing. Here we use this addition to multiply to get the character to move only when there is movement input. But if the movement move forward direction is positive and turn amount is negative, then we would have a problem. So we should consider only the absolute values here. But that would make the character to impossible to walk backward, but we will get into that later. So yeah, turn amount, yeah, maybe only for the turn amount we can make it absolute. So math apps turn out. Now character should walk in the normal speed. Yeah. Also, we haven't used this move speed multiplier too. Let's use this too. That too. Two. Yeah, maybe 2 is a little too fast. Character tries to run. 1.5. That seems reasonable. Let's see. Okay, now you can see the character turns. Let's increase this a little bit. Right, awesome. Now it looks much better. Alright, so we can stop this episode right here. Now we have the character turn and walk properly. So as always, the project files will be available to download through the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.